So what I gathered so far from Day with Destiny, right, is day one is called preparation. Like you set your intention. So what do you actually want out of these 6 days, right? So I wrote down I want to be unfuckable. I want to be emotionally resilient, right? So the intention is even if my parents depart from the world, I don't want my world to collapse. I,
Mm.
I want to be unstoppable, right? And what's great in your life right now? So I wrote down my relationship, my girlfriend, my business growth, my expected community, my close friends like yourself, my relationship with myself, my clients are amazing. So I just write down all these things, right? So what's missing in your life right now? I say more love from family. I want more freedom. I want more wealth from the business, the investments, and all these things. So what's stopping me from having it in the past? So I say like family always fighting. Like I'm shaken. If I'm shaken at home, how can I put myself online? So I feel fake. If I were to teach people, have a very loving family, my own family is struggling how to share with people. So these are things that's holding me back. So I feel trapped by family bills and I blame parents, for not receiving the love the way I want it. So what would make an extraordinary life? So parents are happy and loving, I have loving relationship with my parents, receiving love from parents, word of affirmation especially. So what needs to shift inside of you?
Mm.
What do you need to make happen? So I say I need to embrace my family with love despite everything, love them unconditionally, and voice out my need for love. So what would life be like if you make that shift? Incredible home will be amazing. I will get confident, conviction, and I feel good enough, right, to put myself out there, and my business will be exploding with 6 figures revenue. So that was first exercise. And I think the day one, right, was talk about the effective blaming. I think you saw it as well, like how I blame my parents for this, for that, but I never really effectively blame them.
Yeah.
And because of my adversity, I became a more mature boy, more mature man, right? Change from a boy to a man and all these things. So
Oh, I
because
saw, I
of
saw.
my mother's unconditional love towards me,
Mm.
I'm able to spread this unconditional love to my clients. So I think that was a healing process in day one. That's how I'll say this. Then day two, right? They taught you about your. Have you read any of their books or whatever? Tony Robbins books.
Got, I read already.
So
Money Mastery or some shit.
yeah, so there's 6 human needs. Do you know about that?
Yes, remember.
Yes, right. Certainty, uncertainty, all these things. And I'm blown away because they combine these, right, with a different concept. They combine this with sphere of influence. So which means that the 6 needs is a concept itself, but they integrate with other concepts beautifully. Just like how my fabricate your Y and Y stack can
Yeah.
then you out of internalizing to find out your driving force and all these things. And that's what Tony done damn bloody well. So I want to share with you the exercise, right? 3 spheres of influence whereby you can get some of your guys to do it.
Mm.
3 of them: relationship, work, and self.
Yes.
Which one, do the young kids, right, actually prioritize? So for them, it's obviously studies don't work.
Yeah.
So they actually put like, studies is 90%, biggest circle. Besides studies, maybe 5% family, 1% or whatever is themselves.
Yeah.
So they will see it for themselves. So then you ask them as well, among these 3 spheres, when they rank it this way, what are top two needs they attempt to derive or get from these? For example, I put work as very big. I'm trying to get certainty and growth from this work. So relationship, right? I'm trying to get connection and love and certainty from that as well. Then for myself, I'm getting significance and growth in myself. That's why I go for runs, breakthroughs, and all these things.
Yeah.
So 3 things to take note. 2 things to take note. Anything that has certainty and significance, you're in trouble. Because if you have certainty, you don't dare to get out of your comfort zone. You need that certainty. If you have significance, it's always about me, it's not about we. The moment you don't feel strong, you will struggle.
Okay.
That's my trap right now. Yeah. So what problems can you predict might occur with these kind of priorities? I prioritize work too much, right? So I get overworked, I get burnout. It will shape me to thinking that I can only enjoy life when work is well done, when I achieve things. You see that? right? So I will be upset, miserable, and fucking trapped by my achievements. So they say that what are some solutions, right? You need to implement, or what kind of changes to make to your sphere, uh, or expand your model of the world to more effectively meet your needs. This is a bit complicated, so bear with me.
Yeah.
So model of the world means to say you have a certain way of beliefs or template. For example, it could be, you say that life is a beach. That's a model of a world. So if you say something like, I need to earn my rest, that's a fucking model of the world, right? So for me, I shift to self as my biggest priority.
Yeah.
Then work and relationship, smaller circles but equal.
I saw your circles.
Oh yes,
It
correct.
was work the largest, then
Larger,
self and relationship.
the previous one.
Previous one, right? But then you shift to
So
self
shift
is the
to
greatest, right?
self, the biggest one.
Yeah.
I need to grow myself first in order to grow my business, in order to grow my relationship. So the
Yeah.
whole thing shifted. And inside the self, right, I'm looking for love and growth. I choose significance away. Okay, I'm showing you all these, right, so that during your free time you can actually do this exercise and really engage yourself. I will have a Word document, right, with the list of questions to do also. Yeah, so that you can gain something from this. I think it's really powerful. So in terms of work, right, I actually changed contribution. I actually put uncertainty. I want to embrace the uncertainty from work.
Wow.
Fucking bold move. Because I always like to gamble. I'm thinking, what if I can gamble in my business? I'm like, fuck
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I take big risks on the business.
Mm.
So how big will I take? Maybe it could be I coach you 6 months for free.
Yeah.
If only you achieve this, I take 5 figures from you.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a gamble.
Wow, that is damn powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really want to embrace full on uncertainty in this shit. And in terms of relationship, of course, it's going to be love and contribution. I at first wrote love and certainty. I want to change it to contribution. What can I give the others? So this sphere of
What
influence,
are the different factors again? There's love,
that's
contribution.
okay. I say again, certainty, uncertainty,
Okay.
love and connection. Love and connection is one.
Okay.
Then significance is fourth one. Growth. Then the last one is contribution.
So these are the 6 needs, right? That all
Yeah,
of us.
right. Yeah, and the two things to avoid is certainty and significance. But you naturally, if you feel that currently you need that, right, then
Yeah.
it's fine. But just need to be aware and change it. Yeah. So he also talked about yeah, that was good. He also talked about what's your story of your life. So there's an exercise called the story of your life. So what's the story of your life? What will your new story be? Is it a tragedy, a comedy, an adventure, action film, a romance film? What emotions will you use to fuel, your new story? And pick 3 key emotions that would transform your entire life. So for me, it's faith, courage, and determination. So you hear a lot of faith now. I fuck fear. I will just say faith. Both have the same element of uncertainty anyway. Yep. So that itself is one exercise, right? The next exercise here, right, is that what are your 4 powerful virtues? So basically, powerful virtues are emotions, lah. Okay. So you write down what are empowering emotions that you have been using in your life right now. You write down what are some disempowering emotions that you have been experiencing in your life right now.
Mm.
And you capture top 2 powerful emotions. Okay? And you capture top 2 disempowering emotions. And the negative consequences and the positive consequences, of course. So if it's positive, you write down positive consequence, negative consequence. Then after that, you write down, right, what need for one of your disempowering emotions, what need was it attempting to meet? So for me, my vice state was fear. The need to satisfy is certainty, right? And another need to satisfy is love and reassurance. I'm hoping for someone to pick me and save me.
And you want the significance.
No, that one is I want the love and connection. I want people to care for
That's
me.
love and connection.
Yeah, I'm crippled by fear. I want people to say, "Don't worry, Daryl, it's okay."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only through this exercise I realized this. Yeah, so no choice. I need to be that person for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then the next one, right, is how do you rationalize, right, holding on to this fear, this fear or this vice, this negative emotion. I said it's normal to feel fearful. Fuck me. So it is bad. I make it normal. Should not be that way, right?
Yeah.
So why must you change this now? I said, my family needs me to step up. My girlfriend needs me to show up. My audience are waiting for me to impact them. My future self is waiting for me. Kayla Kaden is waiting for me. Right? So I wrote all this down. Yeah, that's my dad. So currently, which are the top 2 human needs, right? Which of the 6 human needs, sorry, are you really pursuing? So I wrote down growth and love and connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are 4 emotions you want to use to change and transform your life? I wrote down love, courage, persistence, and faith. So you hear courage and faith, courage and faith.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that. So that was the exercise on changing your story and also choosing your powerful emotions to drive you. Okay, I personally love this exercise. What's your primary question that you always ask yourself? Dylan, let me ask you right now. What's the one question that you ask yourself all the time? I give an example. For mine is how to get to the next level.
Okay.
Have you heard of this from me yet? No.
Or
I never post on Instagram also, right? This one.
you don't say this lah, but it's like I think it's along the line.
Yeah. No, as in like did I talk about this question right on? I mean.
Oh no, never.
Never right. Then this is very interesting. You will love it.
What's your primary question that I always ask myself?
Yeah. Like some people ask me. Some people ask themselves, why me? Why do I have to be like that? So for you, what is your primary question? How can I get better? How can I impact more lives? How can I what?
Okay, I don't know whether it's that fixed, but it's along the lines. How can I have more control?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How can I have more control, right?
Yeah.
So this very, very interesting. So you must ask yourself now, what's the powerful and driving belief that make you constantly ask this question? How can I have more control? What make you, what belief behind it?
Uncertainty.
No, what's the belief? The
What's the
belief that
belief?
if I can have control, I can succeed in life. That is a belief.
Yeah. If I have control, everything will go smoothly according to plan. I will succeed.
Okay. You see, interesting. So, what positive effect do you believe came by constantly focusing on this question? So, like for example, you say, "How can I get more control? Got more control?" Did it actually turn out that you have more control?
Yeah. A lot of things. It's like I found the solution, then I got the control, then I overcome the challenge.
Okay, good now. Right. So, what positive and empowering effect do you believe came about, right? So you write down lah, right? When I keep thinking of how can I have more control, I manage to solve problems and get more control. Okay. So the third question to ask yourself, right, is what are the most powerful and driving beliefs, right? No, sorry. What disempowering consequences do you believe will occur if you do not fulfill? How can I have more control?
Wow, this one's strong. When you have no control, I'll
Right now.
What's the word?
Uncertain, like fearful and
Uncertain, feel lost, feel no.
Write everything down. That is the power of this thing here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, done already about it. So where did this pain generated from in the past? Where did it generate from? Why must you have so much control from? School project or what? Grades.
Family.
Write down the exact incident or whatever. So for me, I need to get good grades to get praise. Fuck that bullshit, no.
Then in school. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so you know where it came from, correct? So what's the upside of your old primary question? So having, like what's the upside?
Say again, what's the upside?
Yeah, means how can I get more control? What's the upside of it? Uh, for example, like I'm more task oriented. I'm more focused. You know, what's the upside?
Okay. Got it.
Got it? Okay, next one. What's the downside then now? And what will it ultimately cost you? Sadness, depression, miserable, suicidal.
Mm.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
What needs were you trying to fulfill through your old primary question? Certainty.
Right. Certainty.
Okay. So what do you need to give yourself that you have been pursuing through this question? Like for me, I write, I will give myself praises and compliments. I acknowledge myself and I love myself. So for yours, is what? See,
Overcome this need of certainty.
no. So what needs, right, were you trying to fulfill? So yours
Yeah,
is
certainty, right?
to fulfill certainty. So what
Mm.
do you need to give yourself?
What do I need to do?
Yeah, they will be pursuing through this question. So what can you give yourself to get more certainty? Affirm yourself that you're on the right track. You get it?
Yeah, that's a natural response. Yeah, affirmation.
Yeah, definitely. Have to, part of the journey, right? So what is a question that will give you what you need, at the same time allow you to preserve the initial positive intent behind your old primary question? This is a fucking deep one. Then you need to bear with me. Means, what's a question? An even better question, like an upgrade. Don't just say, how can I get more control? But how can I appreciate my current journey and get more control and get even more control? You see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so that's the part where you need to start crafting shit already.
Wow, this is fucking not easy, yeah.
It's not easy, bro. This one is one whole day, one exercise, one whole day. So, what is your new empowering primary question right now? One that fulfills your needs and lead life in the direction you desire and deserve. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Then, what are the benefits of your new empowering question that will provide you today and for the rest of your life? So, are there any downsides to this new question? Next one is, how does your new question meet your 6 human needs at a deeper level? What experiences do you already have that support you in knowing this new question is right for you? And ask yourself right now, how does it feel? So it feels amazing. Yeah, so for mine,
How was your change?
my change was, how can I move to the next level? That's why I only celebrate the win, right, for fucking 5-10 minutes, maybe 1 hour maximum, right? Then I'll ask Siri, okay, next week I'm gonna run 16 kilometers, next week I'm gonna run 21 kilometers.
Yeah, that's you, yeah.
I made 10 km already, right? I want to make 30 km. I mean 10k, then I want to make 30k, I make 100k. It's just like that, But right now, I change it to, how can I unleash even more greatness and appreciate the love I have right now? Wow, bro, this will bring me to the next level. When I say unleash even more greatness, right? It could be contribution, it could be achievement, it could be me stepping up authentically and just giving more of myself to the world. That is unleashing greatness. And how can I appreciate the love I have right now, right? Would shift my entire paradigm whereby even if one person like my post, I will feel that gratitude. Even if that one person appreciate my work, I will thank them sincerely. Yeah, that is fucking powerful. And my biggest switch, right, is that I get more conviction, more courage, and more appreciation for my audience, my family members, myself. Yeah.
Mm.
So uh I wrote down that, what experiences, right, do you already support that knowing this is the right question? So my webinars, my content, my clients, that was me unleashing even more greatness. And I appreciate that. That was scary, but I did it anyway. Like how TikTok was scary for you and you did it anyway. It kind of, unleash more greatness through your content. So yeah, I wrote down, it feels fucking amazing lah, to unleash even more greatness. Like this conversation here, I'm unleashing greatness. I'm recording this. Anybody want to watch? Fuck, let them watch. Yeah, man. And what else? Okay, the next exercise is, I love this. This is pretty much the everything, really.
Mm.
What are your 5 towards values? 5 towards value. Means I'm striving towards achievement, growth, love, freedom, connection. These are 5 things that drives me. True? Okay. And what are some things that you want to stay away? So for me, I want to stay away from feeling worthless. Hence, I want to achieve every day to avoid feeling worthless. Hence, I want to give impact, I contribute to avoid feeling worthless.
Yeah.
And the second thing is guilt. Third is feeling fake. Fourth is emptiness. Fifth is unappreciated. Sixth is failure. And the interesting part, bro, is here. Your rules. Is your rules that make it easy or hard for you to feel the value? Make sense? So, for example, I said achievement. If my rule is only if I make $1 million, I can feel achieved. Do you think I will ever feel achieved? No. Yeah, exactly. So my rule was I must have breakthroughs. So how to get breakthrough every day, every week? So the next one is I must win in certain aspect of my life. It could be win in a mobile game. It could be win in chess. I must at least win. I don't care. Fucking obsession already. Then, like for my growth, right, is I must learn something and I must achieve something. So in order to grow, I must achieve. Fuck. In order for me to achieve, I must win. No. So if I lose, I don't feel achieved. No.
Yeah.
It's a trap. No. And the third thing is that I must hear my family or friends articulate that they love me. So like for example, you, my girlfriend, you guys are expressive creatures. I naturally feel more love for you all. But people who love me and show different way, I cannot. I will like, can you just show me more love, please? They do that really, but I don't, I downplay it,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wrote down like, in order for me to feel connected to people, they must share their stories, and and we must share commonalities with each other. So a lot of rules like that. So what are some rules that you have been living by? You briefly share with me what are 5 values, right, that you hold close to your heart. I think this is very powerful. Then it's time to make a switch. This is what I done today. Make a switch.
Okay, 5 values that hold close to my heart.
Yes.
Growth,
Growth,
achievement,
achievement,
love,
love. Got a lot, bro. Wisdom, intelligence, health, vitality, bro. Anything pluck it from the dictionary, bro.
freedom. Growth, achievement, love, freedom, and
Yeah.
one more. Contribution.
Okay, contribution, lovely. Then you now rank them, right. Out of these 5, which one is top? Which one second, third, fourth, fifth?
Okay.
Seriously, your values and mine same.
All the same, eh?
Yours, yeah, all same, yeah.
Achievement.
You got love or not? Never, right? You put contribution, right?
Love, I got one love lah.
Where?
Growth, achievement, love, freedom, contribution.
Okay. Instead of mine is connection, yours contribution. Okay.
Okay.
That's the only difference. Okay, you write it down.
Okay, first one is
I think this is extremely powerful. This itself is worth the call. You
grow. Okay, I got it. First one is growth, contribution, freedom, love. Okay.
Okay, you got it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you write down. Yours first one is what? Growth. Second one, contribution. Then love.
Then freedom. Then love. Then
achievement. Okay, great. So ask yourself right now, right? What are some of your rules when it comes to growth? What are some rules that you set for yourself when it comes to growth?
meaning to say what are the things I need to do in order for me to feel that I'm growing, is it?
Yeah. Like for example, I say I must learn something new every day. Fucking every day.
As in, that is what you want, but that's not what you do, right?
Yeah,
That's,
then the days that I don't do it, right, I don't feel growing, then I feel shitty about myself already. Instantly sad.
no one. Okay, okay, I get what you mean.
Yeah, I said
Okay,
stupid.
so my internal rule is I want to read every day, exercise every day.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, right.
I want to.
Be real with yourself. That's why we are miserable. We are trapped by this. Like I want to have a power routine. I'm gonna read every day, study something new every day. Then we don't feel happy.
Okay, right
Okay,
for everything, is it?
yes, right for everything. Then you articulate it so that you know how absurd it is. Yeah. Now you understand why this exercise is powerful. It's fucking ridiculous, no. Like I ask people to show their emotions. They have to articulate their love for me to hear. No. Where got like that one? That's how I don't feel love. That's why I will do so many things to achieve to feel love. You can have multiple rules.
Mm. Okay, so let's go. So my rules is in my mind, like my ideal case is I want to read every day, exercise every day, have a beautiful morning routine,
Yeah,
right? That morning, meditate, eat healthy breakfast and stuff. Then business to continuously to grow,
yeah.
yeah, and that's for growth. Contribution is in my ideal world, I want to help students, especially the poorer students, close the gap of inequality in terms of their family, help them rebuild their relationship, in terms of their finances, in terms of their academics, their passion. So that
That's
is
contribution, right?
my contribution, how I want to give back. Then freedom is to travel the world, international mobility, financial freedom, don't need to worry about money.
Mm.
Uh, that's freedom. Love is to have a good relationship with in the future, have with my wife and my kids, right? And feel loved by my family.
Mm.
Then achievement is damn huge. It's like my mission and vision for Paradigm. Like, yeah.
So you see, let me ask you right now: have you achieved your mission for Paradigm? Yes.
Haven't yet.
So
Long way, long way.
do you feel achieved?
Uh, like I feel a sense of achievement, but I don't, like the size is different.
Yeah. Talk about the size. So what must happen in order for you to have bite size of it? That is what they're looking for, not the final.
Ah,
So your rules sounds like all very final thing. No. So
yeah.
so right now, but this is your current mark, current.
Mm,
Take it as it is. But what Tony told us is, then now you look back at your rules. Are you setting yourself up for failure, or are you setting yourself up for success?
uh,
So if you put it like only when I make 1 million or only when I can impact 1,000 youth, then I can be happy.
mm,
So obviously you're unhappy.
oh,
So I will share with you um, the the transformed version of these first, okay? Before I go into the away value.
Yeah.
So with regards to this, you need to craft now, using these guiding questions right now.
Okay.
What kind of person do you ultimately want to become? What do you want your life to really be about? For example, you want to be a triathlete, or do you want to be a digital nomad and really travel around the world through, have freedom through online? You educate people at the same time. What kind of life? Because different life need different values.
Yeah.
Right. So, what do your highest value need to be in order for you to achieve the destiny? View your current list, right, and ask, what do I gain by having this value in this position on my list? So, for example, you say that growth is number one. What do you gain? Or you're constantly progressing, correct? Then the second thing on your list is contribution. You're always giving. You're more driven to help, to grow. Number three is that you want freedom. So having this at number three will probably sound like, then you say that you sound like you are able to be self-satisfied. You enjoy the progress of what you achieved. And number four, having love at the side, it allows you to love yourself and love your clients and love your family members. Number five, having achievement, maybe for example, allows you to be driven so that you're constantly having milestones and goals set, being achieved. So something like that, you really need to understand that each value can give you what. It's like a weapon you're selecting now. So you can revamp them, you can change them, add new things into them. But before that, I will share with you, get a buddy lah. That's what they say. Get a buddy to share with you why your current list is kind of flawed.
Yeah.
Get some perspective on that. I will share that later. So what are other values do you need to add in order to achieve your ultimate destiny? What order do these values need to be as well? And make sure that there are no conflicts in this hierarchy. Can I understand?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So now I will slam down your rules and your values in accordance to that, okay?
Okay.
So first one you mentioned is growth.
Yeah.
You must say the good things first. So having growth as your number one sounds like you are someone who have growth mindset. You're willing to learn. You are always very humble. You have high humility to reach out to others and to progress lah. And the good part about having contribution as second is that you are very driven for people. You want to serve the people. Your heart is big, huge enough to impact many lives. And number three, having freedom sounds like you're someone that's very flexible, very creative. You don't like to be trapped by systems and routines and all these things. You're someone that very visionary, if I may, right? Because you want freedom. You can freedom to think and visualize. So these are my perspective. It can be true, can be false. Get it? So number four, the good part of having love while you contribute is that you are able to genuinely care for the people you contribute to. You genuinely love yourself so that you can fuel yourself to achieve more. And having achievement as your fifth value sounds like you're someone that's constantly growing, not just to learn, but to achieve, to have actually progress, to reach your goals that will finally impact some lives. But let me share with you some challenges that you might face having this order sequence and having this.
Pause, can wait a while.
Sure.
Before you go to the challenges.
Sure.
My mom called me. Okay, yes. Now off to the criticisms.
Okay. So your values are great, and would you be open to hearing how it can be greater? That's how they phrase it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So having growth as your first one,
Yeah.
okay. Some of the challenges that in this order and sequence, some of the challenges that I my hallucination says that some of the challenges you will face would be that you will neglect yourself and you'll put progress and growth as your priority, which meant that, sometimes in order for you to feel that you're growing, you don't care about your mental health, you don't care about self-love, you don't spend time with yourself, you don't appreciate yourself, and you're just constantly pushing and beating yourself up. I need to grow, I need to grow. So these could be some challenges right there. So the second part about contribution, having the order on top, is that you might tend to give a lot of yourself to others more than you give yourself. Okay, these are some challenges that you might face. Third thing about freedom is that you might want freedom for yourself, that you do not instill discipline, you do not instill routines in your personal life. Or maybe, you want freedom that you detach yourself from your loved ones, or even from certain business or whatever. The detachment is something that you must be wary for. And fourth, having love at this order, the challenge here is that you might not actually prioritize love. You will feel and give, but you grow, you give, but ultimately you don't feel as fulfilled. You don't feel as connected to people, and that's where everything will backlash. Do you feel burned out? There might be what do you call it, overwork or exhaustions. And the fifth achievement at this order, some challenges you might face is that you will be growing, but you might not be progressing at the pace you like. Right? So these are some challenges that I think you might face. Then yeah, you let me know how true is it.
This one is like personal thoughts, is it? Or
It's called hallucination, opinions.
okay.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, growth one is right.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't. I'm improving now lah, but it's always about growing that I neglect self-love.
Yeah,
That's true. Contribution, you tend to give more than what you give yourself. It's also true because yeah, you give more, you don't tend to yourself.
yeah,
Freedom is true. You do not instill routine discipline in your life. Yeah, I'm not disciplined at all.
yeah,
Then okay. Love one. Burnout one is yes, but the front part not accurate. You say
yeah.
you might not prioritize love, growth, and you don't feel connected.
Mm.
Okay, the you might not prioritize love, growth. That one is a bit off, but you don't feel connected sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Then you feel burnout. Yes.
yes,
Then you are growing, but you're not progressing at the pace you want. That's true. Yeah.
yeah.
So I think 90% is on the
Yeah. So
is correct.
this exercise is supposed to give you perspective. Like, right now I see that this thing can bring me from last time me to today me.
Yeah.
These five values are probably why we paid $30,000 for mentors. But we want to go to, like, for example, 100K mentors.
Yeah.
What is gonna bring us there? I think that's the biggest question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now we need to reshift it. So that brings me to the question I gave you just now, right? What kind of life do you ultimately want to lead? What do your highest value have to be in the long run? We're talking about 40 years. So if you currently just keep beating yourself up and you constantly feel tired, feel exhausted,
Mm.
I don't think it's sustainable for both of us as well.
Yeah.
So take some time, okay, to reshift. You can find new words from dictionary, throw out five values that you truly feel from the bottom of your heart. We will bring you to your ultimate destiny.
Okay, I see where this is going already.
Yes, and it's actually powerful, right? After these values are done, right, then I'll talk about the rules.
Okay, so come up with 5 new values.
Yes. So close your eyes and truly feel it. So the entire program with Tony, right, is really from your heart, not from your head. right? Close your eyes, envision a
Should
life.
I think of my future first, then think of the associated values?
Yeah, probably you can do that. So, like for me, it's because there was one of the exercise called goal setting. But I honestly think your goals are quite clear already.
Mm.
So, in order for you to achieve that kind of goal, whereby you're constantly contributing, what kind of values do you have to have in place, right? So that it's constantly replenishing and so on. You're not draining. Number one value could be appreciation, something like that on that line. Because if you're too aggressive, dominant kind of values and don't have the kind of balanced values, right, then it's not sustainable in the long run as well. So, for example, Tony's one is number one is health and vitality, and it's okay to shift, as you grow in life. Different phase of life needs different kind of values.
Wow, okay, I got it.
Wow, I settled it.
Wow, this is new.
Okay,
My top value now is love and connection.
yes. Okay.
Because with love and connection, I feel that I can do every shit I want. Really. Like that is the
Oh,
potion, the health potion.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
And
that is the top priority. Second one is weird, but I realized I do discipline. Because discipline gives me the structure, gives me the whole system
yeah.
to my goals. Then with love and discipline, right, it helps me to grow, allows me to contribute, and in exchange, I gain freedom. So
Oh,
that is how
flow.
the hierarchy of the five values.
Yes. Since we are talking about that, right, I'll share with you mine as well.
Yeah.
So, and I want to maybe highlight this as a blind spot for you.
Yeah.
Because by nature, you are someone very adventurous. You might not want freedom, you want adventure, different.
Okay.
Because I put freedom, I changed to adventure. Why? Because adventure does not just mean travel. It could be new food, new place, it could be new experience, new country, anything. So,
Yeah. That's more in line.
yeah, more in line, right? And I always attach the word freedom. I can be disciplined, no, but I just want the fucking adventure. But I keep labeling myself as I'm a free guy. Hence, I choose to rebel against freedom. I mean, choose to rebel against discipline, sorry. So, this kind of labeling is very powerful, right? So, first for me is love. I think it's extremely important. Second one is grow. I love myself. I want myself to grow. Third, I also want to contribute and be abundant to share my growth with others. Fourth, as I grow, I want to reward myself. I want to enjoy the adventure. Fifth, then I want to achieve with the growth that I brought in. Maybe the sequence will change. Maybe achievement first, adventure is a reward.
Yeah.
Yeah, along that line, I will just make a switch here. Does that make sense? Yeah. So achieve. Okay, then I'll talk more. Okay, now we define your rules. Your rules for your values, right? How do you, achieve this feeling of being loved or love? So there's three rules. Okay, number one, you must make it extremely easy for you to experience it. Number two, you must make a menu. Means anytime I do A, B, C, or D, or E, or F, a menu. Number three, you must be in control. The outside world does not determine your experience. For example, you say, I will only feel loved when my mother show me love. Fuck, gone already. Your mother, if you cannot control how your mother, you get it right? You cannot control how your mother react. Yeah. So some of the example is for me, anytime I feel warm to others, I feel love. Anytime I am appreciative, I feel love. Appreciative of myself, appreciative of others, I feel love. So it means people don't even need to say it, no. I feel it. That's it, that's love. So I'm operating from love, a space of love. Imagine every single fucking day. Wow. So you do the same thing for love, your growth, contribution, discipline. Discipline is interesting, no? Anytime you're what, how do you say discipline? Anytime you say that you show up and you show up,
Every day wake up by a certain time.
you die.
Wow, damn hard to reach this kind of rule.
That's why. So how anytime you are what discipline is
As long as I accomplish 3 tasks that I set for myself every day.
okay. Yeah. As long as I accomplish 3 tasks every day, I feel disciplined. And that's it. I'll also add it in my list. Number 5. Number 6. Number 6 value is discipline.
I think that's very important.
Yeah. Anytime I accomplish my big 3 lah, okay? No. Actually, this sounds hard now because on days where you're sick, all these things, how? You get it, right?
Oh
So,
yeah.
so you must really be more flexible. It's like anytime, not as long as. Because as long as sounds like a fucking terms and condition. It's anytime I um what do you want to derive out of the discipline aspect to achieve an outcome? Is that right? Yeah. So you can say anytime I achieve an outcome, I feel disciplined. So it could be any outcome. It could be a bad outcome, a good outcome, but you're fucking showing up. It's still an outcome.
I get it.
Yeah. So for me, I attach this right to achievement. So each time I show action only, right, and I get an outcome, I feel achieved. I might lose.
Oh, also you can do that way also.
Yes. I might lose the sales, but at least I had sales pitch. I pitched. I feel achieved.
Yeah.
Then it adds to my growth also because I said anytime I learn from my wins, I grow. Anytime I learn from my losses, I grow. So it's a multi-stack.
Got it. Possible.
Yeah. So I think achievement and discipline, they are about the same thing for me, at least the way I see it. Because I write achievement is anytime I hold myself to high standards, or to my standards, sorry. So it sounds a bit like discipline, right?
Yeah, I think got overlap.
Oh, got overlap lah. My achievement and discipline is about there. So, for example, I say I want to run 14 kilometers, but if I hit 12, that is kind of my standard. I said I'm okay, and I also hit an outcome. I feel achieved. Daryl, well done. That's it. I praise myself and I go back to love again. I appreciate you for showing up today and you go and run. Thank you, Daryl. And in my growth, right, I wrote down this, anytime I'm expanding my mind, soul, and body, or all body, I am growing. So right now, I'm teaching you, I'm learning twice, I'm growing. Yeah, I feel amazing. And I'm achieving my third value, right? Abundance, because I'm giving very generously, I think from other parties' point of view. And I achieve an outcome, and I feel loved and connected to my best friend. Yeah, see? One activity hit 5 goals. That's why I'm doing this. Makes sense? Really. Once you understand these values, right, you know why people operate this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. And that's why I'll run first and put you and Mel at the back because I fucking achieve. Oh, shit, man. But the good thing is we are young and we do this right now.
Yeah, we fix all our shit first.
Yeah, all this past trauma, fuck shit, all done.
Hey, the anterior space got another account, is it?
Yeah, filtered spaces or something like that.
Oh, okay. I like, even I got two people same one.
Yeah, yeah. So have you written down your rules?
Wait, I'm at the.
Once you're done with that, right? Then now is the hard part already. The pain, the the uncertainty that you want to avoid.
Okay, I finished already.
For your rules,
Yeah.
okay, you articulate it, say.
Okay. For love and connection, right, the simplest rule is every day, right, I just got to do a reflection to be grateful for whatever I have.
Wait,
Huh?
anytime. Must always start with
Anytime.
anytime. Yeah,
Oh, anytime.
reflect. Ah,
Okay, anytime I feel lack of love or connection, is
any
it then?
no. So the moment you do this activity, you instantly can feel it on.
Ah,
For example,
okay, okay.
yeah, anytime I call my best friend, I feel loved. Simple, right? So you cannot say that nobody love me. What? One call only, one phone call, you feel love.
Okay, that can be one. Anytime I call my best friend, I feel love. Next
Yeah.
is anytime I do like those gratitude reflection, I will
Ah,
feel love.
okay, write down. Anytime I feel gratitude lah. Anytime I feel gratitude.
Anytime I feel grateful, I feel love.
Yeah, correct. So for me, it's anytime I recall love in my heart, just recall
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So you can write as many. It's a menu. You choose like buffet like that, you know.
Uh,
So it's anytime. The thing is keyword is anytime. It's not every day. Anytime. No pressure.
no pressure. Very good.
Yeah, anytime, eh. Like right now, anytime you see good in people, you know, my grandmother cook for me. Wow, I feel loved. Last time I take that for granted. I put love at the lowest. My grandfather call me, ask me, Kai, 你要吃什么? I find it annoying because my love was lowest. But right now, if he call me, 哇，谢谢你阿公. Wow, that big shift right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what was it?
Okay. So that's for love and connection, right?
Yes.
Then for discipline is anytime I step foot outside and exercise, I feel disciplined. I'm disciplined.
Okay. Right now. Do you really have to say step foot outside to exercise? You see?
Anytime I exercise.
Yeah. The clearer you put, the harder it is for you to be happy.
So if let's say I have a list of things that I want to do, right? So I split out. Anytime I exercise, I'm disciplined. Anytime I read, I'm disciplined.
Then like me,
Anytime,
like me like that. Then like me like that. I write down. Anytime I expand my mind, soul, and body, I'm disciplined. You get it? So you can put as one rule. One rule. But for me, I put that under growth lah. But you can put it under discipline lah. Because it takes discipline to be there lah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Growth is anytime I learn something new, I'm growing.
Okay. Okay. What about if you learn something old? Agree.
Anytime I
You see that? Yeah. So you cannot set so stringent rules to trap yourself. No. What if you revisit an old book? Revisit old book, a new a knowledge that you last time learned before already.
anytime I gain a new knowledge,
Yeah.
I go.
Yeah. Write down. Write down. Anytime you get a new knowledge. Yeah.
Okay, contribution. Anytime I help someone, be
Yeah.
it academics, finance, whatever shit,
Yeah.
I'm contributing.
I'm gonna write down as well. Anytime I help someone.
Anytime I help someone, can be in any aspect.
Yeah.
So just donating $5 also helping someone.
Yeah. Hey, it's been fucking long since I donate to charity already. Time to step up my game already. Okay. What else?
Adventure is anytime I try something new,
Yeah.
I'm adventurous.
I write this, okay? Anytime I venture into the unknown, I'm adventurous. I am adventurous. So that could help you with the controlling thing. Because life is an unknown. Life is an adventure.
Yeah, it's the switch, right? When you think of uncertainty versus an adventure.
Yeah. It is. You think of fear and you think of faith. It's the same fucking thing. You are just not sure what the hell is gonna happen. No?
Yeah.
But a different label into it. Right? So later I'll share with you my one on fear. I tell you it's very powerful. I make it so hard for me to feel fearful.
Mm.
So the last one,
Right,
achievement.
yeah. My love, discipline, growth, contribution, adventure.
Okay, no achievement, Okay, great. So now I want to share with you the away values.
Mm.
So did you write, have you written down your away values yet? No, right?
What is the away values?
Away values means these are some feelings, right, that you want to avoid. So for example, you can write down losing control. True?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I written down, like guilt. I feel failure. I feel fear. I written down all these things. So write down the top three will do. Top three negative emotions or negative values. So negative value is like a fear. It could be like I don't think losing control is a value. What is so important about control? You ask yourself, could it be like uncertainty? I don't know. Would you choose the word uncertainty as a value? Means that you don't want to feel uncertainty, but cannot be because you always like adventures also. So, yeah, you must choose three.
So maybe it's not the word, right? It's not.
What you say?
Maybe it's not about uncertainty.
It's not about uncertainty.
Yeah.
It's more about the can I solve it or not? I feel. Do you think that resonates with you?
Maybe it's fear of failure.
Fear of failure as well, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can write down lah. But is that your first one? Failure? My first one was worthless. Second one, fear of loss. Loss means I don't know. I mean, what if I lose this? What if I lose that? Get it?
failure and loss very closely related.
Different, because failure probably could be stemmed from judgment from people. But loss is literally you are losing something and you feel sad and scared, all these things. But can they stack up together? Yes, they can. So what are 3 words that you hold close to your heart that you want to avoid feeling? Would you say the word helpless describe you?
Yeah.
I think so.
Loss and helpless. Okay, so I got 3 lah, but I'm not sure if this is top 3, but
Try first. Then I share the highlight and all these things.
got okay, got one lonely / abandoned.
Okay.
I don't know is which one. Lonely / abandoned. Then got failure and helpless.
Failure and helpless. Okay. So which one resonate with you more? Loneliness or abandonment? This or that? From your bottom of heart, don't think, feel. Which word resonate with you more?
Maybe loneliness.
Yeah, then you write down loneliness.
Loneliness, failure, helpless.
Yes, these 3 words. So what are some rules, right, that you will describe? Like means, like when what happened, I feel lonely. What is the rule for loneliness? What's the rule for helpless? When I cannot think of solution, I helpless. Then like failure is each time I attempt and I don't get the result I want, I feel fucking loser. I feel failure. Write everything down.
Are you going to sleep before your night
Yeah,
class?
later.
One more time,
Got a lot of time, bro. Don't worry.
okay. So my failure is I feel failure if business never grow. Stagnant, business stagnant.
Okay, wait. First one first. Go with the first one first.
Loneliness.
Yeah.
Not given attention.
Okay. So first one is not given attention. So whenever you're not given attention, or when the whole world's sleeping, you're alone, you feel that way already. Is it true?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Second one,
Failure.
failure. Okay, what about the failure?
Majority is on business stagnant.
Okay,
No
third one.
growth. Helpless. When no solution to
Solution to.
my problems and challenges.
Okay, understand. So now my turn as a buddy. Must
Yeah.
always be buddy perspective, even your parents or whatever. So I will tell you the great things about this first. The great thing about this value of number 1, loneliness, is that you are someone that genuinely care for others and you want others to like you, others to care for you, others to love you. Hence, you will always be there for people first, right? You will be very responsive. You will react quick. Whenever anybody needs you, you are there for them because you understand how it feels not having someone be there for you. Okay? The great thing about failure is that you are someone that always strive for success because you do not want to experience, failure. You're someone that's constantly pushing yourself for progression. You're someone pushing yourself for growth. You are a high achiever. Number 3 is about helplessness, right? Is that you are someone that likes to plan, anticipate, strategize 1,000 steps, hoping that, you will not be helpless. You will plan of alternative A, B, C, D, and you get everything sorted out. That's the amazing thing about it. The challenges that you might face with regards to loneliness, my hallucination says that you will often be scarred by it because the world definitely need time where you will definitely be alone, right? You need to embrace, not say embrace. You will face tough times trying to navigate certain things on your own. And the second thing about failure is that there's some challenges you will face that you don't dare to attempt. You'll be stuck in a limbo, right? I want to try, but I don't dare to try. I want to grow, but I don't dare to grow. And the third thing about helplessness, the challenges that you face, that you will be a victim, victimizing yourself. You will think that I'm helpless, and you label yourself as that, and you will never get yourself out of the problem. So these are three challenges that I hallucinate it will probably happen. Cool?
Yeah, good.
Okay. So now, understanding what I just said, right? You need to craft, okay, 3 rules, because these are rules, what, correct?
Mm.
You need to craft 3 new rules, right, for your away values. So it sounds like your loneliness. It sounds like the second one is your failure, and it sounds like your third one is helplessness, right? You will change it like this. Only if I were to consistently blank, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So I give you an example. Only if I consistently not take action instead of taking massive action, I will, right, say that I'm a failure. So if you are, are you consistently not taking action? No, you every day take action. So you should not feel like you're a failure. Get that? Yeah, so for this, right, it must be very specific. You must make it hard for you to experience all these emotions. Okay, so you have to do something consistently in order
The
for you.
rule is only if something were to happen, then I will feel that way. So if that thing don't happen, I won't feel that way.
Yeah, and must be consistent somehow, no? Means one day only not enough, no? One month. Something like that, consistently. So for example, I said I hate to be fake. Only if I consistently lie to myself that I'm fake, uh, instead of acknowledging the truth that I'm authentic as fuck, then I can feel fake. Can you understand this?
Yeah.
Yes. I really like the phrase, the second phrase at the back is instead of acknowledging the truth. So for example, I give you one for yourself is only if I consistently lie to myself that I'm helpless, instead of knowing that I'm resourceful, instead of acknowledging the fact that I'm resourceful, then you can be helpless. But if you fucking acknowledge the fact that you are resourceful, there was no way in hell you can be helpless.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I give you another one for my failure one, right? Which I really thought that is fucking powerful. I wrote down, only if, right, I consistently lie to myself that life is miserable, instead of acknowledging the truth that life is a beautiful adventure, I allow myself to embrace fear.
Oh, this is good.
This is fucking good. So every day I must lie myself, life is miserable, life is miserable, life is miserable. Then I can feel fear. If I never say these few sentences, right, fuck fear. Yeah. That was something that came into my head the last moment where Tony Robbins was asking, any of you have breakthroughs? I keep looking for breakthroughs. I really feel empty, the truth. Then after that, I suddenly he told us, say, a breakthrough is just, it's not a transformation. A transformation is just shift in the paradigm. I just desperately trying to find my paradigm shift, and this came to me. I was like, what the fuck? Damn powerful. Fear, you can only allow it if you think that life is miserable. So what's yours? Do take some time to write down. So for your loneliness one, right? Only if I were to consistently lie to myself that I am lonely, instead of acknowledging how many close friends I have around me, or how many loved ones I have around me. And you fucking consistently lie to yourself. I got nobody. I got nobody. I got fucking nobody. Instead of saying, hey, I got Daryl, I got Sultan, I got everybody. He's powerful AF. Oh shit, you didn't write your before values, before rules, right?
Righty.
Okay, good. So you can see the comparison later. You must see a before and after.
Okay, done. The loneliness one I follow you because yours is good. So
Yeah.
only if I were to consistently lie to myself that I'm lonely, instead of acknowledging that I got so many close friends and family, then I will be lonely.
Yeah.
But now it makes me question that loneliness is the top one. But it's okay. Okay. Huh?
You can shift around. Already you can shift around. Nothing pinned on the stone. Nothing is cast on stones.
Okay. Failure. Only if I consistently don't take actions, and also this one the English a bit weird, I don't know how to phrase, but instead of acknowledging to myself that even resting and recharge is also progress, then I will be a failure.
Yeah, that is okay. That is okay.
You get what I mean, right? It's like cause if I chill for a day, initially I feel that I'm a failure because I'm not doing anything.
I know how to phrase this slightly better. Instead of acknowledging that recharging is part of the process. Just this, that's it. Recharging instead of acknowledging the truth. The reason why I like the word the truth is because now you're telling your brain, oh, fuck you, this is the truth. That one is a lie.
Yeah.
Instead of acknowledging the truth that recharging is part of the progress, part of progress.
Means only I don't acknowledge this truth, then I will feel a failure. So I never feel a failure.
And that's the point of the exercise. You will never ever fucking feel like a failure. Yeah, I will never want to feel fear. I can only be fearful if life is miserable, but life is a beautiful journey.
Yeah, helpless. Only if I consistently give up on myself, give up on thinking solutions, instead of acknowledging the truth that there's always 1,000 ways to solve one single problem, I'll be helpless.
High five to that. Powerful.
Yeah.
That's fucking good shit. I think Date with Destiny, this is the key of it. That's why he's placed it at day 5. So day 6 is integration. So combine all your powerful questions that you ask yourself, combine initial release of emotions, combine what's the story of your life.
Well, I don't know how you craft this whole shit. It's so complex, yeah.
I never even talked to you about the 8th level of consciousness yet, That's really. Like you want to be an awakened soul and all these things, that is the 8th level of consciousness. So I haven't talked to you about the relationship aspects of things. That one I've never really focused on.
Yesterday I saw Bibiana posted the masculine and the feminine one.
Yeah. So I tell you, the 8 levels of consciousness, that one is really powerful as well. I think right now we are honestly at level 5, level 6 only. That one is still a whole new level. I'm trying to find it. Let me see. I will share you this is the page. Then we conclude the session, okay? So this is awakened soul. Okay, this guy, he's at spiritual level already. This one 7 and 8.
Yeah.
I briefly explain to you. Survival, you definitely understand. This guy is operating from certainty. He needs certainty.
Yeah.
Like us when we need to pay bills, fucking new survival mode. Second is tribal already. He believes that there's some God out there, and he believes that there's community to help you. Tribal mode already. Okay, when COVID happens, everybody tribal mode. Third one is the power god. I say what you listen. So this person is operating for significance and certainty. I used to operate like that as well. Then order and the absolute is people who like rule and order. That is people who like significance and certainty as well, when they got authority and hierarchies. Make sense? Fifth is striver driver, or the achievers. These are people who want significant certainty and growth. Sounds like you? So people who build stuff, people who set their mind and to make sure that they drive themselves to the next level, building, creating things, making their vision come to life. These people are still ethnocentric. Okay, people in level 4 and level 5 are the order one and the achiever one, right? They are ethnocentric. They think about themselves, the family, the community. People on level 6, right? They are world-centric. These people care about humanity. There are people who talk about the go green lah, they talk about the don't kill animal lah, vegan lah, this kind of thing. Okay, such people there, they don't believe in hierarchy. They want everybody equal. But the problem about this is that you don't get progress, no decision making, but there's impact. Make sense? Number 7 is called integrated flex flow, which means that this level, right, is that you are able to collect different levels at the bottom. You have to integrate it well to make sure that you solve problems efficiently. You don't just use power god and demand people to do things, but you actually have hierarchies, have rule and order to establish things. You got a very powerful power god to lead the organization. Make sense?
Yeah.
And you also have a very good social cause for your business. That is number 7. So you are spirit-centric. You satisfy each and every soul. You respect everybody's individuality. And lastly, is an awakened soul. Our Sadguru is awakened soul already. Everything is perfect as he is. 7 is that they understand there's perfection in individual. They use individual skill to solve problem. Number 8, awakened soul is don't need to solve problem. Everything happened for a reason. So what's there to solve? My mother passed away. There's nothing to solve because she's there to give me courage. She's there to give me the conviction and strength to fly forward. There's nothing to solve. So sounds like Sadhguru, the things that you life is beautiful in the moment.
And he got answer to any single shit.
Yeah.
Right, I don't know you got watch the videos before, but he got answer to everything.
Yeah, I hear the podcast when I was jogging, okay? The 14 kilometer, I listened to him every single thing, Yeah. So student got stress, ask him, what is stress? How can I study the stress? Study is all about learning knowledge. So he's at the awakened soul level. He's like, grades or don't grades, he don't care, that sort of thing. So another thing to bear in mind, right, is that we don't actually say that the level is good. We just say that what situation requires us to step into which level. For example, you think that power god is bad, right? Someone just wants authority. But in the case of fire, you need someone to have authority. You don't need hierarchies. Yes. So by understanding that it starts from the bottom all the way up, you cannot go from level 1 survival mode to awaken mode. You can only go there through progression. So by having these 8 levels of consciousness, it allows you to progress with anticipation. So look at the level right now. Which level do you think you are most comfortable? Like that's your natural home.
Achiever.
Same, right? And also we have a social cause that we want to fight for, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes we don't get to charge our clients or whatever. Then sometimes we want to achieve, want to build business.
The one is world-centric, is it?
That one is world-centric. You're right. Socially conscious is world-centric.
So now you are 5 and 6. Yeah.
So that's why we are 5 and 6. We are stuck in the fucking limbo right there. We need to live. We need to live as a 7, integrated. That's why I immediately message you and say, hey, you know what? Let's collaborate. I think of ways to contribute at the same time still can benefit and the business will grow. Make sense? Yeah. So I say that I need to combine being growth oriented for the business with community driven. And that is something that you can think of as well. Yeah. So okay, another important question to ask yourself is, which level do you drop down to, right, when you're under stress? And what's the consequences of that?
Survivor, bro.
Yeah, yeah, same. Also survival mode. So what I wrote down, right, is that the consequences is that I don't value add to people. I'm not as abundant as always. Business fail, a lot of concerns. So instead, right, we must set a what do you call it? On top is ceiling, bottom is what? A floor.
Yeah.
We must set a floor that the lowest we can go at least is it will be tribal. We must always fall back on our friends, family, or support system, or community. So you don't feel as scared as possible, as alone, as much as possible.
Understand.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the moment you're operating from survival instinct, you know that it's kind of fucked up. Right? You're not as abundant, your values are not really there. So that's why we are always striving for the higher one, number 7. And we also bear in mind that our floor is at the tribal. So just believe that there's higher up, someone higher up telling us that this path is going to be a beautiful journey. Fuck it, and we have friends to support us throughout this journey. Even if we lose clients, that's fine. A better client will be out there waiting for us.
Right.
So that's the combination of everything he taught us.
Wow.
Tomorrow is integration.
But you still got a live one next year, right? Sydney.
I still got one more live one next year. Yeah. So what's your thoughts on his curriculum?
Huh?
What's your thoughts on his curriculum? Wait. Before that, I'll stop this recording so that those people who benefit from this, they will just enjoy it.